Hey yo everybody, XCI here for a Let's Play of Dragon Age Origins. We are on our 5th character. This is going to be a female human warrior noble. I guess that's all I can do. So I haven't read the human noble. By the way, welcome back. This is a prologue series where I do every intro of every character. By not every character, I won't do male-female variants, although I have been told that sometimes that does make a difference to the origin story. But I just want to do one of each character and just get a sense of what the potential is for all the other narratives going on in this world, because it is a very, very robust tapestry, if you will. So we are going to do the human noble next. I'm going to read the new human noble here. So born to wealth and power, second only to royalty, you find your training in both diplomacy and battle put to the test as your brother leads the bulk of your family's forces to war in the south. So they do. I've only started to slowly get us like key into the fact that sometimes they do give you your background. You're starting with already whatever your concept is coming in. They do kind of give you a seed of what your past is, and I think that was where I went wrong with Xander in particular. It did make me miss quite a bit about the fact that he had a mother or a stepmother. It was a stepmother, or his father was gone. And see what I mean? Like I might have to replay the Dalish at one point just to kind of remember all that, or not even remember it. I didn't access it. I just didn't know to access it. I was, it was blind. It was blind. So I thought I could do whatever I wanted and pick whatever I wanted because of previous games like Baldur's Gates and stuff like that. Anyways, okay, here we go. I'm in character design mode at this point, and I know for certain how long it's going to take me to do this. And so I'm going to start by just saying, Elisa, that's actually a pretty nice name. This is going to be Aeda. I'll give you a little bit of context behind what informs my decisions on this character of Aeda. I had a character called Aiden back maybe 10 years ago. I played. He was kind of like he was like a demon hunter. He was like a knight, but demon hunter-esque. He worshipped the god of the sun. Imagine Apollo, essentially. And so that's kind of my model for her. I just did a gender swap on her. Aeda, actually, so this I was looking up the name just to see, because Aiden, it means fire, right? So Aeda is actually a derivative of many other names, and even just this alone in different cultures means noble, out of all things. So I felt like it was appropriate. So it's going to be Aeda. Aeda Cousland. Why do I recognize this name? I think from the game. And so yeah, from here we're going to go. I do still have the mods installed, by the way. It came up. So I'm only using mods in these prologues. As soon as I start Awakening, and any of the DLCs, at least the important ones like Liliana's song and well, eventually the witch one. But I will turn off the mods that do a lot of the visual stuff. I feel like it's sometimes it's a little strange. Heads go missing, people go naked, so I'm going to turn those off when it comes time to play those ones. But for the Prologue series, don't be surprised if something happens here and there. I'm basically testing mods, and I'm using this as an opportunity to just kind of put them all on and see what breaks, and then I'll know for future playthroughs which ones I'll keep, which ones I won't, or how to tweak them so that they don't override each other, etc., etc. So I will be right back after I'm done designing Aeda. So here we have Aeda. As you can see, kind of goes with the motif of many of my characters. No, I'm just kidding. This is not Aeda. I'll be right back. Okay, I gotta cut in at this point because I must have a hair mod installed or something, because I'm hitting a couple hairstyles that are just they're good. They're just a little non-Dragon Age-y or something. They don't feel like that. Feels like I'm in a fighting game, like Virtual Fighter or something. Was that the game? It's nice hair. But I'm pretty sure it's a mod. My fear, well, it's not. I don't know if I'll keep playing them. But if I pick a hair mod that then's not compatible, if I turn them all off, and then all of a sudden she has a missing head, that's what I'm worried about. And there we go. There we have Aeda. And of course, I always forget that the next thing is to still have to do this part. So I haven't really given any thought to what stats. I mean, I want to make a prop warrior, so it's going to be strength, constitution. I think she's going to be a tank. She's going to be like a legitimate tank. She's kind of lean framed, but I mean, this game doesn't really give you the chance to like broaden the character up. You only kind of have access to the face and the neck. I gave her a thickish neck, but I mean, that's what armor's for, right? So dexterity, that's what armor's for. Damn it. So constitution and strength, but it's going to be mostly constitution with her. I'll eventually, I think prot warriors still need to have strength at some point, but let's work up on the constitution there. So moving on. And now we're going to she's going to be pure. It's not that she's like pure combat, but no, she's a noble too. So this is like, if there's going to be one character, well, Ulrich as well, but Aeda as well is going to be, because they come from noble. I feel like these are the characters that, like, persuasion seems reasonable. It seems like something that they would know how to behave in social environments, social scenarios. So coercion, but it'll be a expert combat for sure. I'll get her up on combat because that's what she wants to excel at, not because she ever thought she'd ever be a warrior. This isn't a character that is really like knows what her future is. She's a noble, but you know, as nobles are wont to do, on her free time she trains. I think it says something about a brother, didn't it? So maybe she trains with her brother. I don't know anything about where this is going, so we'll find out. So obviously the warrior shield tree for her all the way, and I want the one that knocks people on the ground. I can't believe I've already, like, it's not that I forgot, it's just like there's so much that goes on that I then have to reread things, because I'm more like react to patterns, and I don't generally remember the names of things, and so then I have to reread. So shield defense is good. This is one against arrows though, right? Gaining a bonus to defense and increased chance to shrug off missile attacks, and then we have shield block. Enemies can no longer flank the character. I want that one because it's passive. Especially because it's passive. So here we go. I'm like the most blind with this particular intro, because this character, I played him for a little bit, the one it's based on, but not enough to like to like nail the concept, the character's persona, if you will. So pseudo blank slate here.
For generations, your family, the Couslands, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land.
So she comes
Today, your elder brother takes up House Cousland's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
Okay, that's pretty cool. See, it's
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. Though we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pop, I didn't see you there. How? You remember my daughter?
I see she's become a lovely young woman. Pleased to see you again, my dear.
Interesting. Was I brought here for a reason? And you are Alhau? I guess, I don't want to meta here. So, is your family here, Alhau? So you're not leaving until tomorrow? Oh, so I was brought here. Sure, let's find out why I was brought here.
Since your brother is leading our forces south, and I'm going with the Owl, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Amount of pressure, maybe? I don't know. She'd own this. Yeah. Are you certain? What's involved with such a task? I'll do my best, father. What? Why can't I go into battle with you and Fergus? Okay, hold on. Is that really necessary? So this is where I have to decide. I like building the notion of character progression. So I might play a character a certain way. It usually means that they're going to develop into a slightly opposite, well, not opposite, but like there's growth involved. You know, I encourage other people to kind of do that when they RP as well. Find like a trait that you can evolve over time. It'll make the character more meaningful to you after you like grow with the character, like after the character gets experiences and such and stuff like that. So although I see her as being the Templar that fights the Darkspawn. How does she get there, right? Is she just embracing the noble aspect of herself, of her place in society, or does she want to be like her brother, her father, her grandfather? Is that what they said? Something like that. So she's not. She's used to a family heritage of people who fight in wars and stuff. So, yeah. So does she want to be that, or does she kind of fall into a place where she has to be that because maybe something happens? So I'm gonna go with the noble angle. And I don't want her to be like, So Ulrike is very confident in her skills. She's noble by birth, but she's confident in her skills. That's what she wanted to be. This character is going to be a little bit of an opposite of that, as she's not confident with anything. She has to grow that confidence. So I'm going to go, are you certain what's involved with such a task?
Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
Well, that's early. What the hell was that? That's an interesting way to call.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall.
It's so early.
Cousland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
She would know. So again, back to, like, she's more studious at this point. Yeah, so they're an order of great warriors. They defeated the Darkspawn long ago. He said they were a small order and no longer important. Is there a reason I should care? They're an order of great warriors. So they help with... Yeah, no, she would... Now I'm going to go with they defeated the Darkspawn long ago. So either history or she looks up to them. I'm going to say she doesn't quite look up. It's part of history. They defeated the Darkspawn.
Not permanently, I fear.
Without their warning of the Darkspawn rising now, half the nation could have been overrun before we'd had a chance to react. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your daughter is also an excellent candidate.
Whoa, really?
Honor though that might be, this is my daughter we're talking about.
Well, he's a protective father, so I'm gonna say that Aeda is not inclined to want any part of this yet. I think I rather like the idea of father. Is there a reason I shouldn't join them? See, it depends. Have I ever fought anywhere, or is it just practice sorts, right? Just one thing to dream, it's one thing to put into practice. I have no interest in becoming a Grey Warden. I don't see why I would have an interest unless I fought, so I'm going to go with this one.
Do you hear that, Duncan? My daughter is not interested. So unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription...
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find,
why would he choose
I have no intention
noble
of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
I'm so intrigued now. Because this start didn't give you any reason to be... I mean, I could have chosen that from... I could have just chosen to be a warrior, but they don't position you as someone who fights. All the males in your family seem to fight just fine, but I don't know how... why I would have accepted that from a character's perspective. Of course, don't strain my abilities or anything. Don't strain my abilities or anything. I doubt I have to be here for that, do I? For Duncan. No, of course.
In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Where is Fergus? Are you trying to get rid of me? But I'd like to stay and talk to Duncan. But I'm not done talking to you yet. I'm just gonna... What are you trying to... Where's
Upstairs
Fergus?
in his chambers, no doubt.
Done.
Spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson.
Oh boy.
Be a good lass and do as I've asked.
Oh boy, I got a bad feeling for some reason right there. Okay, so here we go. Let's get some context here because this is, I feel like, a little bit... Not overwhelmed. I have to say, this is probably the one I feel the most uncomfortable about. I don't know why. Let's get a quick glimpse here of Arl Howe. He's the Arling of Amaranthine, blah, blah, blah. And he was born during the occupation, and like many of the nobles at the time, joined Prince Merrick's rebels. He fought alongside young Bryce, so there's going to be a lot of names here, but young Bryce Cousland, was that the grandfather? Future Terran of High Ever, probably, and Leonis Bryland, so that name right there, I don't remember, and it was the most catastrophic defeat of the entire occupation, from which only 50 rebel soldiers escaped alive. I believe Lograin was one of these, if I'm correct with the lore here. Although he was decorated for valor by King Merrick, Howe's abrasive manners have earned him almost universal dislike amongst his peers. So he's already quite disliked. We have Duncan here. We won't read him again. And we have a bunch of notes. Let's just see. Note, okay, no. And controls, doesn't matter. Culture and history, what do we have here? High Ever. Let's read High Ever, because I need some context. So, Castle High Ever has stood since the Divine Age, when it was not an independent Banorn, but merely an outpost of the growing Banorn of Amaranthine, in the days before Amaranthine became an Arling itself. The outpost of High Ever was originally held by the Elstan family, cousins of the Howes. Interesting. So that was already it was already baked into this whole family line here. In the Age of Towers, however, Ban Conabar Elstan was murdered by his wife, Flemith. Oh, look at that. I don't think I made that connection. Did I in the first Xander series? Of course, Conabar Elstan. Holy crap, this is like everything's just intertwined, man. Conabar's captain of the guard, Sarim Cousland, took the lands entitled. The Couslands declared their independence from Amaranthine, starting a war that lasted 30 years. When the dust settled, High Ever was on its own and in possession of half the land that had once been southwestern Amaranthine. High Ever became a Tyranneer during the Black Age. I don't know if I'm saying that right, doesn't matter. When Helia Cousland gathered the lords together under her banner to drive the werewolves out of their land, earning herself the title of Terna almost as an afterthought. Today, High Ever is one of the only two remaining Tyranneers, making the Cousland family second in rank only to the king. Damn, so Aeda would I mean, there's a lot of responsibility here in this bloodline, man. And respect. I guess I take after my mother with the red hair. Let's see this. Was this from a mod, or is it because that looks very crisp? I don't recall any other paintings looking this crisp in the game. Back in the Xander playthrough, that I feel like that's very well done. Here, let's see this one. Is that my mom? I'm sure her hair was red before it went gray. I'm sure it was. All right, let's actually let's do a talk around.
Yes?
Oh, I really can. I was about to leave. Nothing, sorry to bother you. How long have you and father been friends? So I don't know how right now. Sure, I'll try to learn more about how. Your son is interested in me. I see. Does he want to re-merge, like bring Highland back into Amaranthine, like by marriage sort of thing? Might that be a long tail play? I trust the delay with your men is nothing serious. I just want to wish you well, Arl Howe. I'm not going to go down the sun path yet. How long have... let's find out how long they've been friends.
We fought together under King Merrick when he drove the Orlesians out of Ferelden.
Oh, was my father's name? That was my grandfather. That was my father.
The years since have not held the same promise. It's not something a youth would understand. It will be good to ride beside your father again.
He doesn't come across as a straight-up asshole right at the start, huh? They really turn that around on you, man. You King Merrick? Your son is interested in me. I trusted. Let's go with you, King Merrick.
Your father hasn't
my
spoken
father would
about
have told
time
me.
with him?
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
That man took care of his friends. As they say, he was
Just making
large as life
conversation.
and twice as tall. It's too bad Kalen isn't half that.
Oh. Okay, that's the first diss. You don't think much of King Kalen?
I think of him as much as he thinks at all.
That's enough, Howe. You speak of our king.
The girl did ask, your lordship. As per the latitude you allow.
Interesting.
I merely offered my opinion.
I should go. Your son is interested in me. I trust the delay. Sure, let's ask with the son.
The topic has
Get some
come up from
context
time
here.
to time. The young and their infatuations.
I got the impression Thomas didn't like me. I don't remember returning the interest. Yeah, man, I might, I'm going to say that. It sounds more serious than that. Yeah, I'm going to say I don't remember returning the interest. It's new to me.
That speaks to your nature, not ours. I can't say I approve of the freedom your father allows.
Oh, so he's a good
If
dad.
something did happen, well, we'd address it as befits a family of our stature.
Like arranged noble marriage type of thing. Don't hold your breath. I think I like that. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm sure there will be much to discuss once I return.
I trust the delay with your men is nothing serious.
Poor weather, I believe. Their progress has been slow, but it's nothing you need worry about.
You told my father the delay was your fault.
In a manner of speaking, if I had reinforced our border levies earlier, my troops could have left before the rains. I confess, my confidence in your father allowed me some complacency. I guess that makes it as much his fault.
I should go.
Another time, then.
Alright, maybe he's a little asshole-ish. Let's talk to my Taryn
Shouldn't
Bryce.
you be
Okay,
off
Bryce,
to your
that's
brother,
Bryce.
as I asked?
Easy does it. Are you sure you'll be alright? Where do you think Fergus is? I already know that. Okay, is sending all of our forces south a good idea? Yeah, maybe she has, like, this could be the sign of, like, she has some tactical sense. I'm gonna go with that.
When the king demands
That's why she
it.
becomes the...
In fact, not sending our forces south would be a distinctly bad idea. Don't worry, pup. You shouldn't see many problems, but I want you to prepare the men left here, in case.
She's more strategy than practice. That would be the summary right now. So she has to put her learnings into practice during the development of her character. Are you sure you'll be alright? She
Your
doesn't care
brother and
about
I
her
go
father
into
because he
battle,
seems to care about
not
her.
an afternoon tea. Who knows what will happen to us? I will tell you, however, you're my darling daughter. I love you. And I trust you completely to carry on the Cousland name if the worst should happen.
Jesus, okay, well,
But don't worry about me, dear girl. You'll have enough to occupy your mind while I'm gone.
He says it as it is.
I'll talk to you soon. Just let me finish my meeting with Duncan.
Can I talk to Duncan before you talk to Duncan? Hey, Duncan.
I'm sorry, but I believe your father wishes to talk to the Arl and myself alone.
Why would you want to talk to Duncan? Maybe to just learn more about the Grey Wardens would be my stance here. Yeah.
Your father has left you in charge of the castle? Then I will see you at dinner tomorrow, if not sooner.
Okay, then. I look forward to it.
As do I. Until then.
Should have read that third option. It said something about recruitment, and that might have been a good one. Okay, so let's go
On it.
left first. I mean, any door would have been left, I'm sure. But let's pick this one. I think I needed to not be outside, though. I think I need to be inside. But what is this? Whoa, how much freedom do I have right from the start? Whoa, that goes back in. Whoa, do I have access to the whole city right off the bat? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Good evening, milady.
Hello, hello, hello. Should I be doing this?
Good evening, milady.
Locked.
Let's get started.
Don't bash it with your hands. No, don't do it. Don't. No. I really need to turn off that mod. I'm not gonna... Ah, damn it. Now I got a broken door. God damn it. No. Leave the doors locked. Damn it. What's this? Okay, it goes up top. Oh man, this is a fun castle to explore, though. Ah!
There you are. Your mother told me the
Over
town
here,
had summoned
yay!
you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Wait, is that my brother, or is that the son of how? Why are you looking for me? Hello to you, Sir Gilmore. Okay, Gilmore, yeah, good thing, too, considering father's company. I'll be noble-esque here.
Pardon my abruptness, my lady. It's simply that I've been looking everywhere for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
Did the dog get into the larder again? She was my nanny before she was the cook. Nan won't leave. Nan is just blowing off steam. She's always been like that. So why look for me? Do something. She was my nanny before she was my cook.
Your mother disagrees. She insists you collect the dog, and quickly. You know these Mabari hounds. He'll listen to his mistress, but anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
Ooh, I could see her keeping the Mabari as one of the constant companions. I wouldn't get my dog, but it could remind me of a dog. Stupid dog, he never behaves. He knows better than to hurt anyone. I'm busy at the moment, then I guess I should go collect him. Sure, I'll care about the dog.
Before Nan tears down the walls. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself.
He seems like a
At
good
any
dude.
rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
To the kitchen. I need to talk to my brother first. I don't need you to follow me around. Where's my mother exactly? I need to talk to my brothers first.
Your mother was quite specific. Unless the castle is under attack, you get that dog before doing anything else. Her words, not mine. Before we go, my lady, might I beg a question? I've heard from several people that a Grey Warden is here.
He's looking for you.
Is that true?
Yes, he is. His name is Duncan. I met him. You sound quite excited. His name is Duncan.
Then, is it also true that this Grey Warden was asking after me?
He was. He intends to test you for recruitment. I'm not sure. Maybe. I really don't have time to gossip, Sir Gilmore. I'm just going straight up. He's looking for you.
Maker's breath. Are you certain? Can you imagine me, a Grey Warden? It would be everything I've dreamed of.
Oh,
of course, I
okay.
shouldn't get ahead of myself. Pardon my outburst.
Okay, so he mischief in the larder. Yeah, that's the dog. Grey Wardens. We won't read. I'm going to keep exploring. I'm not going to break this door down, which is a good sign. Yeah, let's just take a look. I don't know if the game is doing something right now where if I don't go to the dog right away, if I go to my brother first anyways, what will happen? Am I allowed to do this?
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my daughter, along with Sir Gilmore.
Oh,
Tell
yeah,
me, Sir Gilmore, has my pup collared that dog yet?
Green Eyes. I chose
Not
Green
just
Eyes.
yet, your ladyship.
Good.
Darling, do take care of that. That malodorous hound of yours is an excellent protector, but
Like
he drives
accidents.
Nan to distraction.
Father sent me to talk to Fergus. I'll just get rid of him then. Perhaps we need a new cook. I'm sure they'll fight it out. Father sent me to talk to Fergus.
I'm not asking you to travel to the moon. The kitchen is just around the corner. Sir Gilmore, see that it gets done.
As your ladyship commands.
Good.
They
With any
really
luck,
don't
I'll
want
be
me
able
to
to
talk
feed
to
my
the
guests
brother or
before
what?
the end of next week. Darling,
next
you
texture
remember
going on.
Lady Landra?
I think we last met at your mother's
Do
spring
I know
salon.
you? Is that Howie's wife or who is this? Of course, it is good to see you again, my lady. Were you drunk? She sort of does have a drunk face, if you say so. This will have to wait. Father sent me to find Fergus. I'm Daddy's girl, damn it. She wouldn't be as bold as to say that, I don't think. She'd be noble-esque once again. Good
You're
to see
too
you.
kind, dear girl. Didn't I spend half the salon trying to convince you to marry my son?
Oh, is that
And
where?
made a very
Oh, that's the
poor
son.
case for it, I might add.
You remember my son, Dyron. He's not married yet either.
Don't listen to her. It's good to see you again, milady.
Oh, he seems
You're
like a
looking as
good dude, too.
beautiful as ever.
Thank you, flatterer. Go soak your head. You're looking handsome yourself. I'm just gonna say thank you.
And this is my lady in waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
Iona.
It is a great pleasure, my lady. You are as pretty as your mother describes.
And she says that after seeing you whacking stuffed men in the courtyard, sweating like a mule.
Your daughter's prowess with the blade is most impressive.
I'm
I was
glad
quite
that's
the
come
battle
up.
maiden myself in my day. But I think it was the softer arts that helped me land a husband.
It just reaffirms that she's got the practice, but not in the field. So it's all theory with the dummies and with people to spar with. But I like that. Okay, I can handle my own affairs. Thank you. But she still tries to be proper before that. It's not. It's like her secondary thing, May I go now, mother? You are aware that we're at war. Perhaps we should speak alone sometime, Darren. So that's if I want something with Darren. I wouldn't object to it. She wouldn't object to it, but I feel like, I I want to play this. I don't know how much I know about House family. I don't want a meta game, you know? I can handle my own affairs, thank you. May going out. So I guess she doesn't really have a good relationship with her mother. Is that what's going on here? She prefers the father? Are you aware that we're at war? Do I call her out, like from a strategy perspective? She was a battle mate, so she fought? I don't know what to say here. It seems like an easy one to just say something. I don't want to be, because I want to go against the mother right now. Those both feel like you're just trying to like, yeah, come on. Okay, but I know they all do.
All evidence.
I can handle my own affairs.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your ladyship. Sir Gilmore.
So who's Sir Gilmore? Hold on, maybe I have something in here. I need to know. Like, I know his name came up, but damn it, are you kidding me? He doesn't have an entry? Why doesn't Sir Gilmore have an entry? I don't... Here, let's talk to him.
We should go to the kitchens as your mother requested.
No,
I don't want her angry at me.
Do you know much about the Grey Wardens? Why aren't you marching with our men? I really don't need you to accompany me, you know. Tell me about yourself, Sir Gilmore. Yep.
Well, you know I've served your father for years, since my own father sent me to squire here. My father is a minor lord in the Bannorn, but our land is little more than a glorified farmstead. I do miss it, though. The valleys of the Bannorn are beautiful this time of year. I take great pride in serving the turn. Still, if I had the opportunity to join the Grey Wardens, I wouldn't hesitate.
Okay, so she might be more attracted to this guy than any of the nobles. Do you know much about the Grey Wardens? Why aren't you marching with the men? So yeah, let's ask why aren't you being a soldier?
Your father decided I should remain with the complement guarding the castle. I hope that's because this Grey Warden wishes to see me.
Do you know much about the Grey Wardens?
Only what everyone hears. I never expected to actually see one. So few of them are here in Ferelden.
Have you ever seen Darkspawn? Are Grey Wardens really as skilled as the legends say? What happens if Grey Wardens recruit you? Yeah, I'm gonna be curious, like, from the lore.
I hear they only recruit the most skilled. It'd be disappointing if that wasn't true.
So why did Duncan choose her? Oh, because she trains in the courtyard, so maybe he knows of her potential. But see, how would Duncan know these things? Duncan knows a lot of... He's very mysterious how he gets this information. Have you ever seen the Darkspawn? What happens if the Grey Warden recruits you?
I only know that once you become a Grey Warden, your old life is over. There's no going back.
Have you ever seen Darkspawn?
Never. You hear about Darkspawn attacking homesteads and travelers, but I thought they were just stories.
Let's talk about something else.
As you wish. But what if the Grey Warden tries to recruit you? Have you thought about it?
He assured my father he wouldn't recruit me. Why would he recruit me? Yeah, man, I'm wondering that. I wouldn't want to become a Grey Warden. I wish he would recruit me. I really don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, why would he recruit me?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but you are no ordinary woman. You're strong, skilled, and easily the equal of any man on the field or off. The Grey Wardens would be fools to overlook you.
So she definitely has a skill, and that's affirmed. So I can, you know, use that for my RP. Okay, he assured my father he wouldn't recruit me. I wouldn't want to become one. I wish he would, and I really don't know how I feel about it.
I suppose you have many other options. Me? I would give anything to be recruited.
Damn. Let's keep going.
Of course, my lady. Lead on.
Yeah, I think she likes the presence of this guy much more. Do not break that with your fists. Your hulkish fists. Or that one. Let's just pretend we didn't see those doors. This was the one I broke, or... No, that's one I can open.
This should be easy enough.
Okay. Who are you guys? This is awesome. Ooh, library. Hold on.
Hello, my dear girl. By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Do we have to? History is boring.
Boys, you are referring to the Couslands, the very family in whose castle you live. Show some respect.
It's alright, it is boring. Still the same taskmaster, I see. Yeah, I would say that I don't know what's going to develop here, but she spent a lot of time learning and stuff like that with him. So she probably looks up to this guy. They could do with some discipline. Sure, let's go with still the same taskmaster.
It withers just as the body does. Perhaps you'd care to join me in teaching the lesson?
No, thank you. I must attend to an important task. I really need to either find my brother or help this dog. So many distractions. I'm quite familiar with the subject matter. I'm a bit old for lessons, I think. Certainly, I'd be happy to. No, let's do a quick one. Certainly.
Wonderful. Oh, the Cousland history is long indeed.
Stuff can wait.
Where shall we start?
Nothing bad's going to happen. Come to think of it, I have things I must do. When was our line founded? We predate the founding of the kingdom, yes? Tell about our relationship with Arl Howe. Yeah, please.
The history between the Couslands and the Howes reaches back to the Orlesian occupation.
Go on.
During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near Highever. The port village of Harper's Ford was the Turnier's center. Its Arl was Tarleton Howe. Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale. Your grandfather openly supported the rebellion, but Howe sided with Orlais. Your family was forced to seize Harper's Ford before it was all over.
Okay, but my father and Arl Howe are old friends. We fought the Howes? As was our right, the Howes are our vassals. Unfortunate, but we couldn't lose Harper's Ford. But my father and Arl Howe are friends. We fought the Howes?
Your grandfather couldn't afford to lose Harper's Ford. In keeping the town, your family drove Orlais from its lands. The Howes eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Loghain. Just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King
intertwined.
Caleb, to fight the Darkspawn.
Holy smokes. Time to end the lessons, I think. When was our line founded?
Records are vague. But the Couslands became Tierns during the Black Age. Is that familiar, child?
Yeah, I remember something about an age in there.
Every day I pray to the Maker that my lessons will stick, and every day he tasks me anew. At that time, your family held only the minor title of Ban. When the werewolves reached this area, Ban Mather Cousland organized a curfew and patrols within the city. Several other local bands supported his efforts by swearing oaths of fealty, making him their Tiern.
I like the idea that werewolf hunters is in the bloodline, so she probably has that. Like she's already gotten an opinion on that. Would be interesting. I can't play everything out to finish, but time to end the lessons. I think we predate the founding of the kingdom. Yes, I'm doing this more for myself too. I'm just trying to get more information.
Disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young lady.
I don't advise insulting me, old man. I'm doing the best I can. Your lecturing does lead to yawning. It's your skill as a tutor, of course.
If I were truly a skilled tutor, I suspect I would not encounter such insouciance amongst my pupils. You can look that up later. At any rate, your family has held the Tournier of Highever since before King Calenhad united Ferelden. In fact, Tierna Elethea Cousland battled Calenhad to maintain Highever's independence.
We opposed the king, and Calenhad let us keep the Tournier. Yeah, sure.
Calenhad wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elethea's men were defeated,
for sure.
Calenhad asked her to swear fealty. The boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that event.
I want to know as a player, we oppose the king?
Well, the Couslands are ardent royalists now, but at that time, Calenhad was unknown and considered dangerous by many. When Calenhad's army reached Highever, Tierna Elethea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Calenhad won.
Interesting. Time to end the lesson. So she looks up to him, but
indulging an old man.
If I understood that correctly, the Coastlands.
Does that mean we have to listen to you now?
Silence! I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans. Perhaps you should go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and Apparently I just talked to myself for all the good I'm doing. Damn, ask myself all this. Why do you do this?
The noble families of Ferelden. So if I understand correctly, it's the... I don't know what I was saying. The history of Ferelden. Library?
Good evening.
Good evening. Oh, more books. Yeah, if I understood correctly, that they opposed Calenhad, so if she looks up to Calenhad, she kind of... Years have passed. I mean, I think an age has passed. So, 1, 2 ages? Doesn't matter. But they did kind of go against Calenhad, and then Calenhad still won, and then got them to sign in, and now everyone's happy ever after, so it doesn't matter. There's Iona right there. I'm going to steal your book, Iona. I like reading Culture of Ferelden. I will maybe read that later. Dare. That's not who I'm looking for. I don't want to trigger anything here, but what if I never come back? I'm going to do it.
Hello again. Your castle study is wonderful. Might I ask whose collection this is?
I don't want to talk about the books, Darren. It was my grandfather's, but I come here often to read. My grandfather's. I'm going to say it was my grandfather's. Come here often to read.
So would I. Do you have a favorite book?
I don't want to talk about books, Darren. Not really, no. The Dragons of Tevinter by brother Timaeus. The Art of Passionate Love by brother Capria. Well, the Dragons of Tevinter.
Good choice. Timaeus' theory on the nature of dragons and how they connect to darkspawn is quite intriguing.
I should go, so you're going to be riding with my father tomorrow? Do you know anything about the Grey Wardens? Let's talk about me. I like that topic. I'd like to get to know you a little better. Okay, so he knows. Okay, let's. Maybe she's here because she wants to know more about what Duncan's all about. Like he's kind of intriguing here. So let's go with the
No more than anyone else. Is it true there is one here in the castle? Have you met him?
Was he not there? Oh no, he wasn't. It's true. I've met him. I really shouldn't say. Why? Is it a noble thing to not speak about? Is like they consider it gossip? No, it's not true. Yes, it's true. I've met him.
I'd join the Grey Wardens in a heartbeat.
Really?
Can you imagine destroying the Darkspawn forever, becoming a hero? But I'd never gain a Grey Warden's notice. I'll have to be happy under your father's command.
So a lot of people really, I mean, there's quite a few that just, they look forward to being Grey Wardens. I should go. So you're going to be riding with my father. Let's riding with my father?
Yes, though I don't know when. I will leave when your father does. I'll ride as his second. A glorified squire, more or less. I'll care for his horse and armor and such. It's quite an honor.
Interesting way that was working. So Hao's son is my father's squire? Will you actually fight? You consider it an honor to do menial tasks? No, she'd understand the whole that whole reason for doing these tasks has a purpose. Let's talk about me. I'd like to get to know you better. Will you actually fight? Was she worried about that? I should go. Let's ask.
I hope so. I admit to trepidation about facing Darkspawn, but I can't imagine an opponent more worthy of defeat.
It seems valorous. I should go. You consider it an honor to do menial tasks? Maybe I will get to know. Maybe I should get to know you better.
I'd like that. What did you have in mind?
Tell me about yourself. Why don't we go somewhere more private? Perhaps we could talk after you return from the south. Yeah, let's get to know you better when you get back.
I would be glad of the chance to get to know you better. Until then.
He seems like a decent dude. Let us go. She's just seeing what's out there.
Good evening, my lady.
Hello, hi. Where the hell is this kitchen? And where is my brother?
On it.
I should be going upstairs, not deeper down, right?
Oh, my lady, we were just
ignoring your duties, playing cards, taking a break, ignoring your duties. What do I say here? Taking a break, taking a break, taking a break.
Well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Terran stationed us here.
Don't worry about it, man. I won't say anything. Do you always question your duties? Did my father fear someone would steal something? Father fears someone. Ooh, I feel like she'd be kind of the attitude of like, nah, don't worry, it's all good. Don't worry about it. You know, everything will be fine. But at the same time, I like this third option of, did my father fear someone would steal something? Sure.
I don't know. Nobody has come to look at the treasury.
Who has the key to the treasury? Then perhaps you'd better get back to work. I'll forget about it this time. Continue your game, pretend I never came by. Who has the key to the treasury?
The Tairn. And perhaps the Tairner? Honestly don't know, my lady.
Then perhaps you'd better go back to work. Continue your game, pretend I never came back. I feel like I want to investigate this on my own at this point.
My lady is very kind to show us such lenience.
What the hell? I feel like I need to end the episode here. I feel like I thought I was on these like menial. I was just doing these menial, that word just came up now. It's in my head. Menial tasks. I was just doing these menial tasks. Talk to your brother. Go take care of that dog. But I think there's like I'm getting embroiled in something here without knowing it, and I'm going over time. So I'm going to end the episode here. I'll be back. I'm going to continue this. I'm going to finish this sucker this morning. So don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire, folks. Catch you around later. Peace, everybody.